MIT just released the clearest X-ray images of the Buga Sphere, and what they found inside shouldn't be possible. We're not talking about simple metalwork, we're talking about an internal architecture that mirrors modern quantum computers and satellite systems. These groundbreaking scans reveal a level of technology that is completely at odds with its established age of 12,560 years old. This isn't just another anomaly, this is hard data from a world-leading institution. Let's explore what MIT just uncovered.
Inside the sphere.
So how do you see inside a sealed metal object without destroying it? You use one of the most powerful X-ray microscopes on the planet. MIT's Center for Materials Research used their Zeiss X-Radia 620 Versa, a machine that creates complete three-dimensional reconstructions of internal structures at the nanometer scale. What it revealed inside the Buga Sphere is a masterclass in engineering. 18 dense microspheres, showing up as bright white spots on the scan, are suspended in a hollow interior. Their high X-ray attenuation means they are made of heavy or highly compressed materials, far denser than the surrounding alloy. These are connected by a web of 52 fiber-like strands, all leading to a central rectangular component that researchers are calling the chip. Dr. Jose Luis Velasquez, a radiologist who performed the initial lower-resolution scans years ago, stated he had never seen anything like it. But with MIT's new high-definition data, we can now see that this isn't just a collection of parts, it's an integrated system with a deliberate and highly sophisticated architecture. The jump in clarity from the first scans to MIT's is like going from a blurry photograph to a detailed blueprint, leaving no doubt about the complexity within. This non-destructive approach, championed by archaeological scientists like Dr. B. Poing, is critical because it preserves the artifact for future technologies that may unlock even more of its secrets.
Seamless layers.
Before we even get to the components inside, MIT's materials scientists are baffled by the container itself. The sphere is made of 3 distinct concentric metal layers, each only a few millimeters thick. The new scans confirm that each layer has a different density, indicating a unique composition. Here's the impossible part. They are seamlessly bonded. There are no welds, no joints, and no visible gaps between the layers. The metal flows from one layer to the next in a continuous matrix. Dr. Christopher Hsu, a leading metallurgist at MIT, specializes in creating novel alloys with unprecedented properties. The techniques required to achieve this seamless layering, such as hot isostatic pressing where materials are fused under immense heat and pressure, are at the forefront of modern aerospace manufacturing. Another expert in alloy development, Dr. Greg Olson, has noted that bonding dissimilar metals this perfectly without creating weak points is one of the great challenges in modern materials science. They allow for the creation of components that can withstand extreme environments, like the heat of atmospheric re-entry or deep space radiation. The fact that this manufacturing signature appears in an ancient artifact is a profound anomaly that challenges our entire understanding of ancient material science.
Geometric precision.
This is where the MIT data transitions from impossible manufacturing to intelligent design. The 18 microspheres are not randomly scattered. They are arranged in 2 perfect concentric rings, 16 in the outer ring and 2 in the inner ring, all surrounding the central chip. This is not a pattern that could occur naturally. It required precise, calculated coordinates for each sphere's location in 3-dimensional space. Dr. Dava Newman, an MIT professor and former deputy administrator of NASA, has spent her career designing complex systems for space exploration. The layout inside the Buga Sphere is eerily familiar to her field of work. It is a hub-and-spoke topology, the same architecture used in modern satellites and distributed sensor networks. This design is chosen for a specific reason. It provides the most efficient way for a central processor to send and receive data from multiple nodes, allowing for 360-degree coverage. This layout is so deliberate that it completely rules out formation by random chance, unlike natural geological concretions which can sometimes mimic simple geometric shapes. In its efficiency and structure, the design even mirrors biological neural networks, reflecting a deep understanding of optimized system design.
Fiber optic network.
If the internal layout wasn't shocking enough, MIT's analysis confirmed the presence of what appears to be a fiber optic network. Running through the sphere's middle layer are approximately 52 distinct fiber-like strands. Their diameters range from 40 to 350 microns. For context, the work of pioneers like Dr. Peter Schultz was instrumental in developing modern fiber optic cables, which have a standard diameter of 125 microns. The strands inside the sphere fall squarely within this size range. High magnification microscopy shows these fibers are translucent and non-metallic, with an analysis suggesting a silica-based glass composition. This means someone embedded fragile glass fibers within a metal alloy matrix without fracturing them. A process that is, honestly, challenging even with today's advanced additive manufacturing. But the most stunning finding is their quality. Researchers reported the fibers have ultra-low optical loss, with performance matching or even exceeding modern telecommunications-grade fiber. This means they could transmit light-based information over long distances with almost no signal degradation. Furthermore, the fibers terminate at copper contact pins flush with the exterior, suggesting a deliberate interface for connecting to an external system or power source.
Rare earth alloys.
The spectroscopy data from MIT's analysis is where this story leaves archaeology behind and enters the world of quantum physics. The sphere's base alloy is about 95% aluminum, but it's the trace elements that are, honestly, revolutionary. The metal is intentionally infused with rare earth elements: cerium, neodymium, and lithium. Dr. Pablo Jarillo Herrero, a renowned physicist at MIT, works with materials that exhibit strange quantum behaviors. These are the exact elements at the heart of that research. Cerium adds high-temperature stability and corrosion resistance. Neodymium is used to create the most powerful magnets known to science, essential for controlling quantum states. And lithium reduces density while increasing strength. This is not a natural alloy. The precise ratios indicate a deliberate and sophisticated metallurgical recipe. As quantum materials expert Dr. Andrea Alou has noted, controlling matter at this level is the key to next-generation technologies. This sphere isn't just made of a strong metal, it's a piece of functional matter, engineered at the elemental level to interact with quantum phenomena.
12,560 years old.
So why is MIT's discovery causing such a stir? Because these high-tech findings are attached to an object with an impossibly old date. Years before MIT's involvement, the University of Georgia's Center for Applied Isotope Studies analyzed organic resin found in 31 microscopic holes drilled into the sphere's surface, which appeared to anchor the fibers. Dr. Tom Hyam, a leading expert at the Oxford Radiocarbon Accelerator Unit, confirms that the method used, accelerator mass spectrometry, is the gold standard for precision dating because it counts individual carbon-14 atoms rather than waiting for them to decay. The result came back at 12,560 years before present, plus or minus 30 years. Critics have long argued this date must be the result of contamination, but the resin was extracted from deep within the drilled holes, making simple surface contamination highly unlikely. This date has been a source of intense debate, but MIT's verification of the sphere's advanced internal technology forces a terrifying reconsideration. We are faced with a stark choice. Either one of the world's most reputable dating labs made an unprecedented error, or our entire timeline of human history is fundamentally wrong.
The Younger Dryas.
So, to really understand why that date is so explosive, you need to know what the world was like 12,560 years ago. That year lands right in the middle of the Younger Dryas, which, was this period of violent climate catastrophe lasting from about 12,900 to 11,700 years ago. Geologist Dr. James Kennett is, one of the main people who believes a comet impact triggered this event, sending the world into a deep freeze, causing mass extinctions, and, leading to a rapid rise in sea levels. Across continents, geologists keep finding this black mat layer in the soil from exactly this time, marking a boundary of widespread destruction and extinction. Now, mainstream archaeology tells us that humans back then were just primitive hunter-gatherers. But here's the thing. There's an artifact with fiber optic networks and rare earth metallurgy, and it's dated to this exact period of chaos. Popular figures, like Graham Hancock, have long argued that evidence actually points to a sophisticated civilization that got lost during this cataclysm. So, what if the Younger Dryas event was just so destructive that it almost completely erased them from the archaeological record, leaving behind only these enigmatic, indestructible fragments, like this sphere.
Possible functions.
With this new high-resolution data from MIT, scientists can finally move from pure speculation to forming concrete hypotheses about its purpose. Dr. Seth Lloyd, an MIT professor and a pioneer in quantum computing, has reviewed the findings and outlined several possibilities. The first is that the device is a quantum computer or data storage unit. The 18 microspheres, doped with rare earth elements and shielded from the environment, are a perfect architecture for housing qubits, which can exist in multiple states at once to perform complex calculations. Second, it could be an omnidirectional sensor. The distributed nodes would provide 360-degree awareness of electromagnetic, gravitational, or other environmental fields, making it a perfect navigation system for an autonomous craft, similar in principle to a modern reconnaissance drone. Third, it could be a powerful communication beacon, using the principles of phased arrays to focus a powerful, directional signal from a spherical object. Finally, it may be a self-contained power source, using optical energy transfer to eliminate electrical resistance. The truth may be a combination of all these functions, much like a modern satellite integrates communication, sensing, and processing into a single unit.
The verification path.
Even with a name like MIT behind these new scans, science demands verification. In fact, they would be the first to insist on it. The next steps are clear. As Dr. Robert Kirshner, a respected voice in the scientific community, would argue, independent replication is paramount. The radiocarbon dating must be replicated at other top AMS facilities like those at Oxford or the Diamond Light Source in the United Kingdom. The materials themselves need to be analyzed using different methods. Synchrotron light sources allow scientists to examine isotopic ratios, which are like atomic fingerprints. If the ratios in the sphere don't match those found on Earth, it could point to a non-terrestrial origin. Neutron imaging at Oak Ridge National Laboratory could reveal any organic or hydrogen-based compounds hidden from X-rays. The great scientist Carl Sagan always stressed that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. The goal of this global verification effort is not simply to prove the claims are true, but to follow the scientific method rigorously, wherever it may lead.
Historical context.
The Buga Sphere isn't the first artifact to challenge our timeline, but the new MIT data puts it in a league of its own. The Antikythera mechanism, a 2,000-year-old astronomical calculator, proved that ancient Greeks possessed a mastery of mechanical engineering lost for a millennium, a story brilliantly told by author Dr. Joe Marchant. This single artifact forced us to completely re-evaluate the technological capabilities of the ancient world, proving they could calculate eclipses and track the complex Olympic cycle. Other objects, like the seemingly manufactured Klerksdorp spheres, were later proven to be natural geological formations. The Betz sphere of 1974, which reportedly moved on its own, was ultimately identified by the United States Navy as a simple industrial ball check valve. The Buga Sphere, however, cannot be explained away so easily. It is not natural, and its internal technology far exceeds any known industrial application. If the Antikythera proved a lost branch of mechanical genius, what lost branch of science, quantum physics perhaps, does the Buga Sphere represent? So, here's the bottom line. MIT, one of the world's most respected scientific institutions, has provided clear X-ray evidence of what looks like a quantum-era device with an internal fiber optic network and advanced metallurgy. This same object has been radiocarbon dated to 12,560 years ago. This data creates a paradox that cannot be ignored. Is this the ultimate proof of a lost, advanced civilization of our own, or something else entirely? The verification process is just beginning, and the implications are staggering. What do you believe we are looking at? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Thanks for watching Sci and Why.